Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the news.
Welcome to the news.
Ah, man, we got
We have a lot.
We got a lot of news for you, but before we get to the news, what's the weather like today, Fernando?
Today's cold, man. Well, it's not cold, but
I thought it was beautiful. Like,
really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we get nice. Like, I just
66 today.
Yeah, had the top down. Of course.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, I better put on a hoodie because last night I was driving around freezing my butt off.
Yep.
So it was great though.
It is nice. It feels good. So yeah.
You got that right. Definitely. Although I will say sometimes when we talk about shipping issues, but you know, other than that, no. I mean, unless you want to hear me complain about masks at the airport. 43 clear in Tennessee. 45 in North Carolina. Hi, how are you?
Hey, guys.
Good morning. Rainy and 43 in Pacific Northwest. All right, you didn't need to put the rainy part. We kind of figured that already. I mean, let's be honest.
Every day?
Yeah, I mean, it's worse than here. But, I mean, it rained all day yesterday here. That's why we got this little cold. 54 in Rhode Island. Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't doubt that. That's about what it was when we were in Mass. Yo. What's up?
What's up, Tim? Hopefully your arms are better.
Good morning, fellas. 37 degrees and snowing here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't know how it could still be snowing in this. That's my heart goes out to you. What's up?
South Carolina, baby.
68. Yeah, they got the same weather we do right now. Good morning.
What's up?
Good morning to you.
Yes.
Hoodies in Florida. Must be cold there too.
Somebody's in Florida.
No, hoodies in Florida. Yeah, I mean, it'll be this way for probably by the time the end of the show rolls around, it'll have heated up enough to where, but it's, you know, you guys, you know what it's like to wear a hoodie. It's just like, it's a little warm, feels good, you know, cool breeze. Last 10 minutes of the expo video, Alpine stepping it up with their latest product. Oh, that was today. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely go watch the video today where we do a full review or a full walkthrough of all the new Alpine products.
That's right.
With the exception of Status because we couldn't talk about those then. Yep. Mr. Berg, 48 in West Virginia. West Virginia. Yep. What's up, all? Hey, guys. Great Friday for the both of you. Hope you have a fun trip. I plan on having a wonderful trip. Unfortunately, Fernando has to stay here and work. But, hey, man, taking one for the team. 39 from Chicago. One last winter before the desert.
What?
Yep, Aaron.
What are you doing?
You know it, man. It's this is the last little.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo. What's up from Brooklyn? Coming in at a 50. It is a beautiful day here in Florida. I'm not gonna lie. This is like sexy weather because, like I said, in like 2 hours it'll be over. Car gift checking in for Portugal.
Portugal.
The UP of Michigan scheduled for a foot of snow today. That's why my relatives are down. That's the other thing that's going on in my life. I have family down from Michigan that I went and saw last night after Hi-Fi and I got done. So about 11 o'clock, I'm like, you guys really want to still do something at 11 at night? I'm thinking, I was up for 24 hours the other day. I want to go to bed. 39 in Ohio. Yeah. Dude, when we got on the plane in Illinois, it was freezing. I didn't want to put my jacket on. I probably should have because I ended up having to put it on the plane because the plane was packing. You're in Tampa. How is it cold? It's not like it's okay. Our cold, your cold, two totally different things. Got to remember that.
Yeah.
Raining and cold in Portugal.
Pretty sure.
All right, let's see a couple more here. Sunny in San Diego, 36 in Chicago. It's Wyoming. Still wearing shorts all day. Of course I have. Yeah, we all have shorts on. 73 in Orlando.
Oh, yeah, you go.
I'll be there tonight. Good morning, fellas. Hey, Marty. What's happening?
Wow,
we get them both. The sun is just popping out here at Arizona at 65 already.
We got the HKI guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
And the Turi.
Turi. Hey, Dean, was the guy in the video from Queens, Penn Speed? Yes, it was. Yeah, I can't find him. Yes, it was Penn. I think it was Penn Speed. Correct. I don't know where he'd be at. You could, I don't know. You could probably reach out to Go Fast. They might have information on him. Tori in Florida. That's right. Marty's here.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's here. He's supposed to stop by either today. I think he might stop by today. Are you stopping by today, Marty? How did Haley like her new system? I gotta be honest with you. I haven't had a chance to talk to her about it yet. I got home. She was asleep. Last night we went over to family, and we just haven't had 5 minutes to see each other since we got home. Yep. So Marty is stopping by today.
Oh, cool.
But no, I really haven't seen him all week. So tonight I'll finally get a chance to talk to her for hopefully the car trip, and maybe tomorrow we'll hang out a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It depends. But we got news for you guys. Yeah. We got a ton of news. It seems like we take
hey Octavio.
We go from one crappy week with no news to like tons of news. I'm going to kind of break this into two segments. There's like 2 human interest pieces and a ton of new product, which is like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start with I'm going to call it the sad news, because let's just eat our vegetables first. Okay. That's the easiest way to think about it. Install manager suffers a stroke. Friends of ours reached out to us this past trip we were on to inform us that an industry veteran, as it were, had a stroke. And let me keep going here. Hold on. Let me pull up the actual. Here we go. And they came up. They put together a GoFundMe for him. Because right now he's going to be recovering. Dan is 44. He works at, I don't know why they put worked, because he was working there, and he hoped to be working there, I'm sure, once he rehabs. Stereo West Auto Toys. He's been there for over 10 years. The other day he had a misfortune of having a stroke. I guess is the easiest way to say it. And they put together a GoFundMe to raise money for his family while he is in the hospital and rehabbing from this. There we go. I was looking to figure that out. So if any of you kind people out there would like to send some money to Dan and his family, you can find a link on CE Outlook, which is going to be in the show notes.
Yep.
Of course, or just go to ceoutlook.com and look for the story. But there is, as always, show notes. There's a link. But yeah, drop them a 5, drop them a 10. Just help him get through this little time, this little hiccup in his life. As you see, he's got a kid and wife, and like we all do. So if you have it in you, send him a couple bucks. I'm sure it will greatly make his life a little bit easier through this trying time for him and his family.
Yeah.
We all hate to see it. It's a small community, customers and professionals alike. Moving on to the next story. That's not the button I wanted. That is the button I wanted. Industry rallies around installer program. Many, many months ago, we reported about how there was a program in place and funding had been pulled for this. Last week, we talked about SEMA and their high school program. This is a different program put together by somebody else. They had funding for years, and then the funding, because of budget cuts and stuff like that, had gotten pulled. And so they were going to basically have to cancel the program unless more funding could be found. And as I said, we are a small knit group of people, and everyone kind of rallied together. And it was funny too, because I don't know if you read the list of people that donated money, but they weren't just. It was a little bit of everybody. So top donors include Kicker, Certified Sounds of Hawaii, Certified Sounds Hawaii. It just says Hawaii. Sony Electronics, Davis Distribution Systems, Dow Technologies. Now these are Dow is a distributor. Murfunco Inc. I don't know who they are, but Midstate Distribution Company, AM Merchandising, and of course our friends over at Go Fast Solutions, DAS Companies, distributor, Automotive Distributors of Alaska, Sword & Vega, Diamond Audio, and JBL Infinity. So a lot of an eclectic group of people all came together and donated enough money to keep the program up and running, which is great.
Very good.
So that was good to hear. That's a good. So we had two stories there, one pulling at your heartstrings and one, like, hey, that's nice. Now, at this point, there was a lot of new product introduced this past week. And we'll kind of go through that here real quick.
Yeah. Hi from Australia. Pretty good.
For those of you guys who haven't heard of Triton, it's kind of a new brand. It's sold through distributors. It's weird how it works. But Triton's first power sport amps introduced. They have 3 new amplifiers, IP6 rated marine power amps. These are Class D amplifiers, will be available in mono. So we have a 1x500, a 4x120, and a 6x120. So these are new products coming from Triton. One of these days we'll sit down and we'll interview some people about Triton. I think that would be because honestly, like I know Dow and Go Fast both are distributors for Triton, and I'd kind of like to get the story behind them.
Okay.
So maybe we'll do that at the next Knowledge Fest. We'll sit down with Dow and have him tell us all about it. For those of you who are into lighting, Race Sport introduces solar cab lights. I thought this was pretty cool because there again, their currently installs require drill holes, and this is no holes. Race Sport Lighting's new lights are both vibration sensing and solar powered. The lights shut off automatically when there is no sense of movement after 45 to 60 seconds. Says the lights can save 4 to 6 hours of installation time. They adhere via automotive 3M adhesive and expect to ship in April for $399 MAP. Now, I don't know how many lights come in the package, but these lights are designed to stick to vehicles, and they're solar.
Yeah.
So what's cool about this is, along with cars, trailers, basically anything that moves can use these lights, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, they didn't have pictures or anything like that. I don't know how big they are, but this might be something that a lot of people are interested in, especially people that like to do this by themselves, and they just don't want to deal with having to run wires and do all this other fun stuff that could take a long period of time. I mean, we know there's a huge home market for tap lights and stuff like that, battery operated lighting,
huge market,
USB lighting, or you just plug into power strips and stuff like that, battery power strips. So this is probably going to be pretty cool.
I just want to see it.
I want to see it too. Arc Audio updates DSP and amps. For those of you guys that are Arc Audio fans that have been complaining, we'll use the polite word, about the size of their DSP. Arc Audio is updating the full line of digital signal processors and DSPs to 12-channel capacity, up from 8 channels. We're going to go from 8 to 12. First product to receive the update will be the Blackbird, an 8-channel amplifier now with 12 channels of DSP that delivers 100 watts by 8 at 4 ohms. A companion 2-channel amplifier, the Nighthawk, will also be available. Both share the same footprint and casing. Shipping is expected by the end of the year. I don't know about the names. However, I feel like this is the product to replace, which we've seen, which is the PS850. So this is the update for the PS850, which they did have at Knowledge Fest, which we did get to hold and see and asked if we could take. And there's like, these are just prototypes and they actually don't even work yet. So those of you guys that are Arc Audio fans will be happy, because I know a lot of you have been just asking for a 12-channel DSP. So they've listened and they're coming out with that.
Hey, buenos dias.
Now they're in the news. Waterproof amplifiers from Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be like everyone wants to waterproof their amplifiers, which I have no problem with. I think it's kind of great. This is an IP5 rating. There is a difference. When we say IP6, IP6 means that it can get wet. IP5, it can get like sprinkles, like fog-ish. It's not, it's a conformal coated circuit board. It's not built like, like you put it in a bucket of water, like what we were seeing from AudioControl at the Go Fast show this weekend, where Matthew was just spraying water all over the amplifier. That was kind of cool. But we have several amplifiers in the lineup. We have the MM9 100.6, which is 125 by 4, 200 by 2. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And the 4-channel 125 by 4, a 2-channel 300 by 2. They come with bass knobs on the 6 and the 2, as well as also is introducing a new shallow mount woofer with a 3-inch mounting depth and a 10 and 12. That ought to be interesting.
Cool. Very cool.
So we'll keep an eye on that. If more comes from those stories, we'll of course report it.
Mr. Chris Bennett.
We did have a great trip. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Hey,
more in the news. We got a lot of new stuff that came out. A lot of
products.
Autotech Intro's small footprint amplifiers.
Yeah.
Now, this is a terrible picture of what these things look like. So I will go out here to the website.
Those are the amps?
These are the amplifiers. Yep, these are the MMs. Yep, these are all of them. What you were seeing in that picture was the side profile, and they have a ton of amplifiers. We have 8 amplifiers in total in this lineup. There's a 4000.1. There's a 1500.1, a 2000.1, a 3000.2, 150.4, a 2000.4, a 3000.4, and then a 1500.5. So they're 5-channel as well. So if you're into Autotech and you're into small amplifiers, definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
They are extremely reasonable. So I'm guessing this is one of their entry-level lines. So yeah. Now, for those of you guys into the motorsport category, meaning side-by-sides, or you have a side-by-side, one of the companies that does really well at making things easy. Oh my gosh, hit the right button, Dean. Yeah. Pen like this we haven't done this before. Rockford introduces new Polaris Ranger kits. Now, if you've never seen one of these kits from Rockford, it's an all-inclusive kit. It comes with everything you need. As you can see, zip tie screws and all this other fun stuff to make your installation go relatively painless. They have how-to videos. They have everything you need to get this in. In this particular system, there's multiple kits depending on what your source unit is. So some of them have better radios in them than others. If you have that, they make a kit specifically for that unit, as well as if you have the basic radio, Alpine will provide you with a new better radio and a bezel to mount it in. One of the unique things about the M series amplifiers, that's the M5s, we talk about them a lot, is that they come pre-programmed for these scenarios, meaning the crossover is already set. Everything is done. All you have to do, and it comes default on. So essentially all you do is wire the amplifier up and turn it on and go. You don't have to worry about the dials and switches and levers and all that shit. It's all done for you, which is really, really cool. But new Polaris kit. And then, which I'm sure is going to annoy Rockford, but hey, competition is fun. First UTV kits from this brand. That's right, Boss. Now, we had the pleasure of seeing this kit this past yesterday, the day before, out at the Go Fast Solutions show. They had the little side-by-side there with this kit in it. We showed it on a couple of the live streams we did. And I tell you what, I'm not going to lie, that radio, it's a big radio. Like, it was a big radio. All these other ones are really tiny, and that makes it look small. It was actually pretty big, and it looked really nice. There again, it's Boss, so I feel you know what you're getting when you're going to buy this particular system. It's not a big surprise.
Yeah.
But it's an entry level system. There is no external amplifier. All the power is built into the radio, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, you can add amplifiers and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it comes with a sub. So is that an amplified sub?
No.
Or is there a? Yeah, that's a 5-inch screen.
Yeah,
5-inch color screen. But anyways, so these side-by-sides are becoming very popular, and if you're looking for a more affordable audio upgrade, now we have Boss in the equation.
There you go.
So pretty cool there. As always, we talked about it. We'd like to thank CE Outlook for putting together content. I wish he'd release the stories earlier in the week sometimes. I'm just saying, sometimes it's like after we get done with the show, all the cool stories come out, which is fine. We'll report them on the week after. And I really don't think that the people are like losing their, like, oh my God, I didn't get this. Yeah. What? All right, I'm looking. There we go. This is what I was looking for. But anyways, we'd like to thank CE Outlook. And of course, links are all in the show notes. So if you want to know about that, head over there and check it out.
Yep.
All right, just going through the comments here real quick to see if anyone's commenting on any of the stories. I'm not getting all the comments. So, sorry, Fang. I don't know what's happening there. The last story. Now, this story broke on April Fool's Day, and a lot of people were like, fake news, BS, not real. And it was one of those things where I was like, I wish you guys would have waited till April 2nd to release this, but I know why they did, because they wanted to just get it out there and let everybody know. And sometimes you get excited. No new kicker product yet, William. Nothing to report. Nothing that we can report.
Right.
There's new product, but we just can't talk about it yet. But get excited. Kicker fans around the world, get excited. That's all I have to say about that. Anyways, moving on. So AMP of America acquires AudioControl. This is a story we've been following for a long time, a very long time. We knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
Got slowed down a couple years because of the pandemic, and it finally happened. And so the last week, AMP Global finished up their purchase of AudioControl, which is pretty cool, actually, because now you have these two technology companies, and AMP Global is a technology company, AudioControl is a technology company, and the two of them are now coming together. If you think about the products that AMP Global makes, and you think of the products that AudioControl make, being able to merge the two of them together in a way that has never been done before could be pretty spectacular. I say could because I'm not going to pretend like all is rosy and we're all super excited about this, because we've seen what AMP Global did to Phoenix Gold. So we know that there's a chance that, there's a chance, but there's also a chance to go the other way. And I'm excited because our friend and owner of former owner of AudioControl, as Alex Camara, is going to stay on, and he is going to be the executive VP of audio at AMP Global. That means everything audio related he is becoming in charge of, which only makes sense because, well, he owned AudioControl and he's been running the company successfully for years. So to have him not be in that position seems kind of odd. Last week we reported on Herb Brown becoming the AMP president of North America. Herb and him have been meeting nonstop for the last couple weeks, which we will actually be having a meeting with next week, the two of them, which is really exciting for us because we'll be working more closely. Because we work, obviously, we work closely with AudioControl, and of course that will be extending now to AMP, which we're pretty excited about. Because we did work, we're excited. Let's just leave it at that. We can't wait to get back into AMP and have a lot of fun with them and collaborate and do cool stuff, which we did for a great many years and kind of took a hiatus from them for a while. But it'll be nice to get back with them. We know they have a bunch of new products on the horizon. AMP Pro is getting a tremendous amount of updates over the next year and a half. And I say year and a half, and you think, a year and a half? Keep in mind, guys, it takes time for these products to develop. They just came out with the Amp Pro for Ford, the BO system. Granted, with everything right now, it's hard to get chips, so it hasn't been a ton. Like, it's not the easiest thing to get your hands on, but we will start to see that. And of course, more products like that will be starting to pour out. Amp got a total reorganization because of this purchase. So departments moved, new department heads were formed. PAC, being one of them, is now going to be reporting to a different person than they had in the previous. So a lot of the floodgates are opening up there. They're really buying AudioControl has kind of revitalized a lot of the excitement at the headquarters, and a lot of people are excited to have access to these cool pieces of equipment. So it will be fun. It will be fun. I can't wait to see what comes from these. Were they keeping their offices? Yes, yeah. Everyone. So the note here is that AudioControl is not moving from the Pacific Northwest. Really, nothing at AudioControl is going to change from the day-to-day operations out of the Pacific Northwest.
Employees, everything.
Yeah, Alex is not moving to Florida, which is kind of a bummer. But no, he's staying up in Washington. Matthew Palumbo is going to still be there. Everything is. The idea is that they want to integrate them in, but not do anything to the machine that is already in place. They have their own distribution. They have their own sales force. So for right now, the plan is to just keep everything the same as it is and just keep moving forward. But now, like always, having a lot more revenue to play with and to create. Immediately, we're going to see, which has already been in the works for a while, AudioControl is releasing all their 3 new motorsport amplifiers, the ACX, all the new, what are they, 600 series? Is it a 601, a 5.6, and a 4.6, I believe? So they have all those new ACX amplifiers coming out. They have their new walkie-talkie EQ piece coming out, which is pretty cool. So a lot of new products there. Plus, there's a lot of products on the backside of this that we can't talk about yet because, well, we can't talk about them yet. So next year, we'll have had a whole year with these, and it's exciting to see what products are on the horizon. We don't expect anything to happen overnight, but just like when Rockford got bought out, immediately we found out all the cool things that are going to be coming and neat stuff. And so, yeah. You know, a lot of these times when you look at these smaller companies, not saying Rockford is a smaller company, but compared to the company that bought them, these companies have limited resources and being able to come out with cool stuff. A lot of people get confused and think just because, you know, it's a big company by whatever standards they judge a big company by, they can drop $1 million to come out and develop a new product. And that just isn't the case. It takes a lot of money to do these things. AudioControl is owned by Alex, so he was fronting the bill for everything. He's been doing it for a long time. I'm not saying he's not making any money, but they also have to pick and choose the products that they want to work on. Rockford was no different. Though Rockford had people that, you know, partners and stock that was owned by individuals, they still only have so much money that they can put into developing new products. Being bought out by a bigger company, of course, you have the risk of one of two things happening: being absorbed and just disappear, or getting an infusion of cash in which to develop some of the pet projects that you've been wanting to do. In both cases, it seems like that was the outcome, is that people with deeper pockets bought them to allow them to develop and become better. Only time will tell if this is the case with both of them, but we can only hope. We can only hope.
Yeah.
And that's the news, guys.
That's it.
Thank you so much for spending your morning with us. We want to let you go with this. We will not be having a show tomorrow on Saturday. I know this is kind of a bummer, but hey, I'll be spending the day with my family. That'll give Fernando an extra time because he, of course, had a hectic week. Like, you know, we all had a busy, crazy week. We had the 24 hours of fun and excitement at Go Fast. So being able to spend some time with his kid, an extra hour or two, would be wonderful. So you guys have a spectacular weekend. We'll be back on Monday, of course. And I'm just going to say this. Next week, we're going to have a special guest on a day. I don't know which day yet, but we're going to have Matthew Palumbo on the show.
Oh, yeah.
It'll probably be a special show just for him. I don't think he's going to bring the ACX amplifiers. I might ask him if he can bring at least one so we can check out the new 5-channel, maybe tuck it into there. Boring life, yes. We are planning on, it's just been real hectic, and I had to choose between giving you guys videos this week or working on like a boring life. So now that everything is kind of getting back to normal for us next week, Boring Life will be up and active. Trust me, we have a ton in the can. We want to have fun. What's up, Ada? We don't care about your family. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. Because you're part of the family, man. Part of the family. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.